iFanboy at the San Diego Comic-Con 2012 is brought to you by Seagate. Eisner award-winning Mike Norton, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
So you fucking won an Eisner for BattlePug.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, like what I'm doing right now, I did that on stage. I didn't know what to.
Well, so you weren't going to come to the show, but then you got nominated, right?
Right. My girlfriend told me, because I wasn't going to come because San Diego is a big endeavor to come to.
Yeah.
And she said, if you win and you didn't come, you're going to be very angry, and I don't want to live with you doing that.
That's good advice.
Yeah, so I came out here, and I won. Yay me.
So what was the experience like at the Eisners when they announced your category and go through it, and then eventually you won? What was? Do you remember it, or is it a blur?
No, I remember it very well. We were only the third category. I think if we waited around a little longer, I probably would have got hyperventilated or something.
Were you nervous?
I was very nervous.
Yeah.
I'd been a little nervous all day. It's funny, I went with the colorist for BattlePug, Alan Pasalacqua, and he didn't know anything about the awards. He didn't know who was nominated, and he's like, I didn't want to know. I didn't want to be nervous like you've been for the past 6 months. And so, yeah, it worked out pretty well. Plus, he had been drinking, so.
There you go. Well, congratulations, the little webcomic that could. We're glad to play a small role in it.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. An Eisner for me is an Eisner for iFanboy.
Excellent. So we get a statue, right?
It's like the Stanley Cup. You get to hold it for a while.
Okay, all right, I'll take it. I won't break it, I promise. So in addition to BattlePug, which is the book got released by Dark Horse and the webcomic's still rolling on, you launched Revival with Image, right?
Yeah, and it's doing great. We got a big sign. We're all famous.
You're like part of the booth, yeah.
Yeah. It did great. I think it's probably the most well-received book that Tim and I have ever done. So he doesn't really know how to handle it right now. He's so used to having to defend his books to people, and now people are like, "Yeah, this thing's great," and he's like, "I don't know what to do." And he just shuts down.
So for people who haven't seen it yet, what is Revival? What is the high level?
Revival is a book about a small town in Wisconsin where the dead come back to life for one day. 23 people come back to life, and this is about how the city and the world really deals with the dead coming back. And they're not necessarily here to eat our brains, but they're not exactly right in the head either. So it's a mystery about how it happened, what's exactly happening, and why are there weird little alien creatures running around the woods.
Yeah. So now, and Tim Seeley is a longtime friend and collaborator, and your studio mate at 4 Star Studios.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends in the world, and it's really exciting to actually work on a project with him. Because, I sit next 8 feet from him every day. I get to see him working on all these other projects, and I feel like we do work together, but there's no work in this. It's really just us having fun together.
So now, Chicago's got a long, rich tradition and history of comics creators and stuff like that. You guys seem to be making a new chapter of 4 Star Studios. You guys are getting very prolific.
We're trying. Tim's got another project at Dark Horse with other studio mate Josh Emmons called Ex-Sanguine that starts later this fall. Our other studio mate, Sean Dove's going to be doing some stuff for, I can't really talk about it right now, but he's doing some stuff
he's
for
busy.
And Jenny Frizen is doing covers for us and covers for Dark Horse. And we have a new guy, some jerk named Chris Burnham, who's in there.
Oh, he's the worst.
Yeah, and he keeps talking, I draw Batman, blah, 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 blah. So... yeah, cool. We do with that.
And you've also got It Girl coming from Image.
Yeah,
right?
Super excited about that. I'm actually signing here at 1 today with Mike Allred. I've never really met him before, so that's kind of like.
And now you're signing next to him.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of nerve-wracking. I thought I was done with the nerves for this weekend, but now apparently not.
Well, it's great to see. Anybody longtime iFanboy audience knows that we've known you for years. It's great to see your star's rising. It's still rising.
I seriously, I said it this morning to a bunch of people. This is the best 2 weeks of my life, really, right now. I couldn't ask for anything more, so I'm super excited.
San Diego Comic-Con coverage is brought to you by Seagate.
The Seagate GoFlex satellite hard drive. We want to thank Seagate for sponsoring all of our San Diego coverage. This little device can hold all your movies, music, media, stream it wirelessly via Wi-Fi to your iPad or your Android tablet.
You just tuck it in the bag.
You just tuck it in your pocket and you carry around your tablet and you can stream it. Totally easy using the free GoFlex satellite app. So go to seagate.com/iFanboy, get 10% off the GoFlex satellite external hard drive. Thank you to Seagate.
Do I get one of those?
No, you don't. So I'm here with Matt Fraction, who was not supposed to be at the show and made a surprise appearance, right?
I did. I have to burn those frequent flyer miles off somehow. Or no, Image very graciously flew me down to sit on a panel and talk about Satellite Sam, which is a comic book that I'm doing with Howard Chaykin. I'm very excited about.
That's great. So, this is your first work back at Image after several years of being away over at Marvel, right?
Yeah. It's nice to be back. You know. Nice to be swimming in these waters again.
So for those that weren't at the panel, what is Satellite Sam? What can we expect?
It's a story of a murder and sexual obsession during the golden age of television, when TV was still in New York and was live every day, and they were making it up as they went along. It's a little bit of a historical story. It's a little bit of a noir mystery, and it's sex and crime and violence and obsession and. Everything that you want from a Howard Chaykin comic book.
Well, that's the thing. You're working with Howard Chaykin, one of my favorite, a legend, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's nuts. It's crazy. Like, I want a time machine and go back and tell 9-year-old me, it all works out all right. One day this is going to happen. It's
so
unreal.
How did that come together? How did you and Howard decide to work on this?
You know, we worked together on Punisher and become friends, and it's just something that I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to read more kind of Howard comics, like the Howard comics that I grew up reading, and have it'll make him feel old as shit, but I mean it makes I wouldn't be where I am without his work. His work was incredibly influential, and to pretend that I somehow am not influenced by it, I will be the best Howard Chaykin cover band I can be. And I then at that point had his number, so I could call him up, and I literally called him up and said, "Hey Howard, I got our book figured out. Just give me a call and we'll do it." And that was it. And I thought, because he would appreciate that, and yeah, he was into it, and I got to hang out with him in New York for a day. We literally walked 70 blocks, and we went to the Museum of Television, the Paley Center, and studied stuff. And then we walked. We did a combination television tour / I know where every drink was drank, every dick was sucked, and every punch that was thrown in comics from 1966 to 1988 roughly. Oh, this is over. Oh, hey guy, it's kind of Chaykin doing his. Hey guy.
He's a character. He's one of the men of comics.
This is my favorite Chaykin story. As I got a phone call from him once, and it was a voicemail. I missed it, so I picked it up. And the message was, "Hey guy, this is Chaykin. Look, everyone in comics thinks you're a Jew. All right, I'll talk to you later." And that was it. Howard Chaykin, ladies and gentlemen, living legend.
Is it hard to live up to that part of the collaboration?
No, I just try not to embarrass him. That's honestly. But you know, I think when especially now that Howard is kind of growing into this grand old man with his wizened white beard of comics, and he's got his career retrospective, and his books are coming back into print now and all that stuff. A lot of people, new audiences, are going to get to see how influential this guy is, and how without him there is no, he's American Flag is the Blade Runner of comics. His Shadow, which is coming out again, is incredible, and Black Hawk, which is stunning, and Times Square that James Robinson and I were just gushing over. I mean, it's the guy has classics, in places most people don't even have places. So like I said, it's a chance to kind of try and honor and reflect that, and do my thing and write for him, but be influenced and inspired by him. It's a dream. It's a fucking dream, dude. I get to make up fucking sex and murder comics for Howard Chaykin. How great is that?
So, never know. So when can we expect to see the book out?
That is an awesome question. And
is it going to be a mini or what's
you know what? It starts in New York. I would like to one day get to LA. I would like to one day get to Europe. I don't know. We'll go till the wheels come off.
Yeah, very cool. So,
Ed. Fresh. Oh my God, no means no, Mr. Brubaker.
So, in terms of you and your career,
because Ed pinches butts, and you tell him no, and he pinches your butt.
So, Marvel Architect coming back to Image. What does this mean? Where are you at in terms of your career? Are you still working at Marvel? Or are you going to be doing more?
I got script due on Monday, man. So, man. It's all. I got some Defenders pages that are going to be in Monday morning. So, yep, moving right along.
So, what was the experience at the Eisners like when they go through the? Say that again.